Sparky, the golden brown squirrel in a green scarf, spotted Buzz wobbling in the sunny air. Buzz's pouch bulged so much it looked like he carried a bread loaf. Sparky grinned, tail flicking. "Need a hand or a paw?" he said, voice full of cheer. The meadow around them smelled sweet, like warm honey and flowers. Somewhere nearby, laughter drifted on the breeze, as if the grass itself was amused. Sparky's eyes twinkled with curiosity, already imagining the funny reason behind Buzz's clumsy flight. Buzz buzzed downward, wings flapping hard, and landed in the grass with a soft thump. He shook his pouch and sighed. "I think I collected the whole flower shop," he said, making Sparky chuckle. The warm breeze teased at the pollen, puffing it into tiny golden clouds that danced in the sunlight. Sparky waved a paw through one cloud, sneezing once, then laughing at himself. Buzz rubbed his forehead, but smiled weakly, glad someone had noticed his tricky trip home. Bella, the gray mouse in a yellow coat, popped up from behind a tall daisy. She brushed petals off her ears and grinned. "Someone ordered extra pollen pancakes?" she asked, eyes sparkling with mischief. Sparky's tail twitched with excitement as he waved her over. "Come see this," he said. Buzz gave a polite nod, still catching his breath. The daisy swayed like it wanted to hear the joke too. Buzz explained his hive was far away and his wings were aching from the heavy load. Bella tapped her chin thoughtfully. "We'll carry you, no taxi fee," she said, making Sparky snort with laughter. Buzz looked relieved, but still embarrassed. The meadow seemed to nod in agreement, flowers bobbing in the gentle wind. Somewhere a cricket chirped, adding its own approval to the plan. Leafy, the green leaf with a brown stem, drifted down from a low branch, spinning gently. "Hop on me, Buzz," Leafy said, sounding proud as can be. Sparky grinned. "Our ride is leafer than leather," he joked. Buzz chuckled, brushing off a speck of pollen. Bella clapped her tiny hands, already imagining the funny sight of a bee riding a leaf across the meadow. Buzz climbed onto Leafy, settling in like a sleepy passenger on a bus. Bella giggled at the sight as Leafy swayed under Buzz's weight. "Careful, I'm ticklish," Leafy warned, making everyone laugh even harder. Sparky adjusted his scarf and gave a playful salute, ready to lead the way. The grass around them rustled, as if eager to watch the unusual journey begin. They set off together, Sparky leading with big hops and Bella keeping quick pace beside him. Leafy floated just above the grass, carrying Buzz gently like a boat on calm water. The path smelled of clover and adventure. Sparky's tail bounced to the rhythm of their steps, and Bella hummed a silly tune about bees and leaves. Buzz closed his eyes for a moment, enjoying the ride. Twig, the brown chipmunk with a satchel, zipped in from a nearby tree. "I brought snacks, acorn cookies," he announced proudly. Sparky laughed. "Buzz might prefer honey cookies." Twig shrugged with a grin. "Cookies are cookies." The satchel bounced against his side, making a faint crunching sound. Buzz perked up at the mention of treats, though his pouch was already full of pollen. Twig flapped his satchel open, crumbs tumbling out like tiny meteors. Bella caught one midair and popped it in her mouth. "Snack attack successful," she said with a smile. Sparky picked a crumb off his scarf and munched happily. The group kept walking, cheerful and crumb-covered. Buzz chuckled, wondering if cookies might be lighter cargo than pollen next time. Drizzle, the blue bird in a cap, swooped down from the sky with a playful splash from a nearby puddle. "Race you to the hive," he called. Sparky pretended to run in slow motion, arms pumping dramatically. Bella laughed so hard she nearly tripped. Buzz gripped Leafy's edges, unsure if he wanted to join a race while riding a leaf. Drizzle darted ahead, then circled back to sprinkle drops on Bella's yellow coat. "Hey, free laundry service," Bella said, shaking off the water. Sparky laughed at her soggy sleeves. Buzz chuckled from Leafy's back, feeling more relaxed with every joke. The meadow glittered with tiny droplets, as if Drizzle had decorated it just for them. The sky dimmed as clouds began to gather overhead. Leafy whispered, "Rain's coming, hold tight." Sparky winked at Bella. "We'll be leafing soon anyway." Bella rolled her eyes but grinned. Buzz shifted slightly on Leafy, hoping rain wouldn't make his pollen soggy. The air smelled damp, promising mischief from the weather. Drizzle swooped close, tossing tiny drops like marbles at the group. Bella raised her coat collar. "We're getting the deluxe drizzle today," she said. Buzz sneezed once, startling Leafy into a wobble. Sparky steadied the leaf with a quick paw. The grass whispered with the sound of falling drops, making everything feel fresh and lively. Twig hopped along branches above them, calling out directions. "Shortcut through the berry bushes," he shouted. Sparky sniffed the air for ripe fruit and grinned. Bella followed closely, the bushes giggling with rustling leaves. Buzz peeked over Leafy's side, curious about the shortcut. The path narrowed, but the smell of berries made it worth the squeeze. Bella found a huge raspberry and held it up for Buzz. "Too big for me," Buzz said, "but I'll buzz about it later." Everyone laughed at the pun. Sparky pretended to juggle berries before nibbling one. Twig stuffed a berry into his satchel for later, imagining a dessert stop after the hive. Leafy floated over a puddle, but Sparky's foot splashed right in. "Wet sock alert!" he cried. Bella teased, "Sock soup for dinner?" Buzz giggled from his perch. The puddle rippled, reflecting the colorful group. Twig snorted, shaking his head at Sparky's soggy step. Drizzle, somewhere above, let out a chuckle. Drizzle swooped low, singing a silly tune about soggy tails. Twig added sound effects by shaking pebbles in his satchel. Bella clapped to the rhythm, making Leafy sway in time. Sparky laughed so hard his scarf nearly slipped off. The group's laughter echoed across the meadow, blending with bird song and the patter of light rain. The clouds parted just enough for a rainbow to peek out. Bella pointed excitedly. "Look, nature's candy cane," she said. Sparky pretended to lick the air, making Buzz snicker. Twig tilted his head, imagining rainbow-flavored cookies. Leafy swayed a little, enjoying the brighter light and warmer breeze. Buzz yawned as Leafy swayed gently. "Almost home?" he asked, voice sleepy. Twig nodded from a nearby branch. "Only 3 tree turns away," he said. Sparky's ears perked at the thought of finishing the journey soon. Bella gave Buzz a reassuring smile. The meadow ahead seemed to open up like a friendly map. They reached a hill, the hive visible just beyond. Sparky puffed, "Hill today, hive tomorrow?" Bella laughed. "Nope, hive right now." Buzz straightened on Leafy, eager for the finish. Twig bounded ahead, pointing at the golden glow in the distance. Drizzle circled high, announcing the home stretch. Leafy caught a gust of wind and glided forward faster than before. Buzz's eyes widened. "We're flying without wings," he shouted. Sparky raised his paws. "Leafy Airlines!" Bella clapped at the joke. The hills seemed to shrink as they sped toward the hive, laughter trailing behind them like a kite tail. Drizzle zipped past, tossing a small feather into Sparky's green scarf. "Now you're first class," he said proudly. Bella clapped at the clever joke. Twig chuckled from a branch, imagining Sparky as a fancy passenger. Buzz smiled, enjoying the playful banter. Leafy swayed like a happy ship in calm waters. Twig landed beside them, munching another cookie from his satchel. "Snack fuels speed," he said, crumbs sticking to his cheeks. Sparky grinned at the sight. Buzz giggled, pointing at Twig's crumb beard. Bella offered Twig a napkin, but he waved it away. The hive was now just a few hops away. The hive's golden glow shimmered in the afternoon sun. Bella said softly, "Looks like it's smiling at us." Sparky nodded, tail curling in happy agreement. Buzz's wings twitched with excitement. Twig tilted his head, admiring the shine. Leafy floated a bit higher, proud to be nearing the end of the trip. Honeydrop, the golden bee with a flower, flew out to greet them warmly. "Buzz, you made it," she said. Buzz smiled weakly, but gratefully. Sparky stepped forward, adjusting his scarf. Bella waved cheerfully. The hive's entrance buzzed with curious bees peeking at the unusual leaf taxi. Honeydrop looked at Leafy and smiled. "Thank you for carrying him," she said. Bowed slightly, stem bending with pride. Sparky patted the leaf gently. Bella nodded in agreement. Buzz beamed at Leafy, grateful for the ride. The air around the hive hummed with friendly energy. Drizzle hovered nearby, dripping one last playful drop onto Twig's satchel. "Rain check on more races," he said with a grin. Bella laughed at the pun. Sparky shook his head but smiled. Buzz chuckled softly. The mood around the hive was as bright as the golden walls. Twig spread his arms wide. "Teamwork tastes better than cookies," he declared. Sparky chuckled. "But cookies help." Bella agreed, nibbling on a crumb from earlier. Buzz nodded, feeling lighter in spirit. Leafy swayed proudly beside them. Honeydrop listened, clearly pleased by their cheerful teamwork. Honeydrop invited them inside the hive for honey tea. Bella's eyes lit up. "Does it come with honey toast?" she asked eagerly. Sparky's stomach rumbled at the thought. Buzz flapped his wings slowly, ready for rest. Twig adjusted his satchel, hoping there might be cookies, too. Buzz sipped his tea, wings resting comfortably. "Feels like flying on a pillow," he said. Sparky pretended to snore into his cup, making Bella giggle. Twig dunked a cookie into his tea, ignoring the crumbs. Leafy floated near the doorway, enjoying the warm scent of honey. Leafy floated near the doorway, enjoying the warm air from inside the hive. "Better than a sunny branch," Leafy said. Twig nodded while nibbling toast. Bella licked honey from her paw. Sparky leaned back, scarf draped loosely. Buzz sighed with relief, feeling at home. Drizzle hummed a cheerful tune, tapping his cap in rhythm. Bella joined in, singing a silly song about bees and toast. Sparky clapped along. Twig added little percussion beats with his satchel. Buzz swayed on Leafy, enjoying the light-hearted music echoing in the hive. Honeydrop laughed heartily. "You're the funniest helpers I've met," she said. Sparky bowed. "Comedy is part of the service," he replied. Bella giggled. Twig pretended to juggle cookies. Buzz smiled, glad for the happy company. The hive buzzed with warmth and laughter. Buzz thanked everyone. "You lifted me more than Leafy did," he said warmly. Bella winked. "We're heavy on kindness," she replied. Sparky's tail flicked with pride. Twig gave a satisfied nod. Leafy swayed happily, stem bending like a bow. Twig handed Buzz a cookie for the road. Drizzle said, "Sweet wheels for sweet bees." Leafy chuckled at the joke. Sparky grinned, scarf fluttering in the breeze. Bella patted Buzz's shoulder gently. Honeydrop watched them with fondness, proud of the friends gathered here. Sparky stretched, scarf flapping in the warm air. "Ready for the next adventure?" he asked. Bella nodded eagerly. Twig adjusted his satchel. Leafy floated nearby, listening. The hive buzzed with joy, as if encouraging them to take on something new. Honeydrop promised to visit them in the meadow soon. Buzz added, "I'll bring pollen pancakes." Everyone cheered at the idea. Sparky clapped his paws. Bella grinned wide. Twig whispered plans for more cookie experiments. Leafy swayed in approval. They stepped outside, the sun warm on their fur and wings. Leafy floated gently beside them, stem swaying with each step. Sparky glanced at Bella, smiling. Twig skipped ahead. Drizzle circled above, enjoying the open sky again. Drizzle raced ahead, calling, "Let's find another hill to slide down." Twig chased after him, satchel bouncing wildly. Sparky laughed at the sight. Bella followed with a spring in her step. Leafy glided along, curious about the next game. Sparky looked back at the hive, smiling warmly. "Kindness flies farther than wings," he said. Bella laughed at the clever thought. Twig nodded in agreement. Drizzle twirled in the air. Together they trotted home, the meadow welcoming them back.